Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Get it. All right, John. We are here live at 5. Live at 11 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time in Nueva, New York. That's New York. New. All right, listen. There's a lot of exciting things happening. Okay. I have never told you all about my app called The Magic School Within. And didn't fully build out the app for it because I'm working so much on my Mocha Medicine website. Yet I came across this app called emergent.sh. And you know about Lovable, right? How you're able to build whole apps on Lovable. Well, Emergent just helped me build out my website and it is not ready. No, I'm just putting it in my pitch deck and in my business plan and just sharing it with other people for now internally. Before I, fully release it. But just know I'm about BYOD energy. Be your own doctor. And I know I have somewhere in the page all the legal parameters. Consult with your doctor, consult with your this. No. This is not medical advice. This is not legal advice. This is not none of those advice. Okay, boom, bop, bop. You heard it here live at 5. Period. Okay. And you got to learn your own body. Like you really got to learn. Like, where are your pulse points? If you wanted to check your pulse, where would you go? What would you do? You know. So a lot of people don't know the meridians that are all over the body, like we talked about with the hands, that the organs are connected to different parts. Like there's so much to learn about the skin that we're in. And I'm just so excited to build this, to have support building this website that's accessible to everybody. This is not a paid site. I mean, eventually I'm going to maybe find some subscription way to go on when it comes to creating your own and storing your own pantry and herbs and other stuff like for yourself, for your own personal, but just learning your body, learning about the body overall, and the different organs connected and how many days it takes for certain systems and organs to heal, and the herbs that are great for it, and the substances that are not great for that system, the different biological system. There's like 20 something plus biological symptoms right now, systems right now. 70 plus herbs that right now that I did in my back office a long time ago when I was in my software engineer training. And then I added an API that connects you with different pathics, herbalists, acupuncturists, etc., doulas, right? Like just having that more accessible and like readily available all on one site has been a goal of mine for a few years. That and my Peace for Kids app. So I'm gonna ask Emergent to make the Peace for Kids app next. But yeah, it did it so beautifully, and I got it for $1. It's $1 for the first month for 100 credits, and it did a lot. I'm gonna see how much credits are left. But it built out a lot for $1. But I'm not deploying the site yet or anything like that. Yet I'm just really, really, really grateful. The Sacred Apothecary. Um, so that's really exciting, and I'm almost done with as much as it's gonna be done on my Mocha Medicine website. And I'll be reaching out to that's your cleaning that's going on? That's your cleaning up that's going on? Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna be reaching out to loved ones this week, and Sunday and the Monday, not everybody going to work that day, or school that day because it's a government holiday. So yeah, reaching out this week to get some feedback about my website and about me. And hi, cool it with the sound, please. Okay, go clean up out there. Anywho, still got my meditation to do, my EFT, my stretching for my splits. I found a sis, not just she's a sis I've been connected with for a minute. Star, like E and then star universe on IG, and then embodied or empowered woman is her website, and she's opening up a cohort on June 14th to really like stretch and get your hips and everything open and your body just being more connected and everything. So I'm just so excited. The cost is 2222, like 222.22 and do I have that right now? No, but I know I'm figure out, I know I'm gonna come into alignment with that because I'm ready for that opening and just clearing all the whatever stored into in the hips. You know how much trauma gets stored in the hips, baby, men and women. So I'm just, oh, because I'm ready to receive, and your girl has been having resistance to receiving. So yes, I'm so excited. Let's get into it. Let's take some breaths. Here we go. On three, two, one. Ready again? You can circle your head if you want to, like me. You can stretch it, do whatever you feel called to. On three, two, one. Last one on three, two, one. Stretch high. Do the wiggle dance. That's Danny Go. It's not my song. All right, let's get it. So now we're on this section of the you remember yesterday is finish in divine order. I tell you, I was sleeping. I woke up smiling. I woke up smiling with that thought on my mind. I forgot to, not forgot, I neglected to do the recording. I had the phone and I went up to the bed and knocked out. Didn't do the recording, but it was still something I was just, so I woke up with the same energy, yo. Why did God's father email me saying he's dropping the charges? He's not pressing charges. Like, now things are already in motion. You can't just like dissipate what you put. You know, if the DA still want to press charges, the DA can still run up on me, right? But it's like, and there still be like something, my name is gonna still be in the system. Like if I don't do the arrest and everything, like, but remember I told you I started visualizing not being arrested and then woke up and there was that. And yes, muy fuerte, mi amor. So again, just the power of vision. Not again, you don't have to say it was my visualization that made that occur, that put that into alignment. And it may still happen, right? Yeah, it's just like, yeah, it's finished. If you're on my IG, you'll see the visuals. Like that's all up in my stories. But I'm not gonna like pick up and put that on here right now because again, we want to go do things, and I will get real excited exploring that. So, oh, no, I'm not a page on in my vicinity because I'm too stoned. I'm gonna be up tonight. All right, so God Almighty will. I ask you to put the toys away in a more quiet sounding vibration. Por favor. I appreciate you. All right. So yeah. I remember the same lady that gave the quote, "It is finished" in divine order. She was also going through some stuff like legal stuff as well. All right. And we talked about the sleepy technique, repeating things when you're waking up and or when you're going to sleep so that it will help, just support you with embedding that into your subconscious, right? Okay. And then the thank you method. But okay, yeah, this is where we started, where the father was promising his Kara's son for graduation. And even though the boy hadn't received it yet, he was very thankful and happy for it, as if he had actually already received it. And he knows that his father will fulfill the promise. Boom, boom. Like, that source, aka God, aka whatever you want to call that, will fulfill the promise. So, of course, like, you're just so joyous and happy. It's like how, a part of it is because of what my case manager said about my check coming about 10 days after it was approved, and it was approved on the 14th. So my happiness, it's on my lips today, y'all. My happiness. All done cleaning. Okay, you have some more up here, sweetie. There you go. Oh my God, so nice. So because of that, I have more gratitude for it, because if it was really starting to feel like, okay, whenever, like when you start losing trust in yourself or in other people that keep saying they're gonna do something and they don't do it. It was like that, because it's like May 1st. I signed my lease May 1st. Like, I already imagine being moved out within the first week of May, and we still here. So, but I said, I'm gonna start visualizing it, because I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this with y'all. I'm really not doing this with y'all. Okay. Okay. So, pardon the lip peeling, y'all. So, here we go. Let me drink this order, and then I'm gonna read what he said. And it's 11:11. Okay. I shall illustrate how Mr. Broke applied this technique with excellent results. He said, "Bills are piling up. I am out of work. I have 3 children and no moolah. What shall I do?" Regularly, every night and rising for a period of about 3 weeks, he repeated the words, "Thank you, Father, for my wealth," in a relaxed, peaceful manner, until the feeling or mood of thankfulness dominated his mind. Attitude of gratitude. I just put together a resource for regulation. Go mochamedicine.com/regulation. And one of them is like, if affirmations feel like a lie to you, or like you have resistance to it, then start with gratitude. Gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. Again, I remember I said, if you wake up and you never saw before, and you woke up and you saw, or you woke up and you never heard before, and you woke up and you hear, you're gonna be so grateful for everything you see, or you're gonna be so grateful for anything you hear. You couldn't walk, you're gonna be so grateful for walking. You're not gonna be crying about, just had to tell God about another name. But you're not gonna be crying about walking, because like gratitude, you could walk, right? So again, just keep focusing our mind, because it's so easy to focus on the low vibes. You heard me the other day. Okay, so he imagined he was addressing the infinite power and intelligence within him, knowing, of course, that he could not see the creative intelligence or infinite mind. God, you mind getting me the oils? All right, he couldn't see it. Yeah, he was seeing with the inner eye of spiritual perception, realizing that his thought image of wealth was the first cause relative to the money, position, and food he needed. His thought feeling was the substance of wealth, untrammeled. Too. by antecedent conditions of any kind. By repeating, "Thank you, Father," over and over again, his mind and heart were lifted up to the point of acceptance. And when fear thoughts of lack, poverty, and distress came into his mind, he would say, "Thank you, Father," as often as necessary. As often as necessary, okay? He knew that as he kept up the thankful attitude, he would recondition his mind. Woo! Oh, oh, wait. Hold on, call the press, call the press, call the press, call the press. Hold on, sweeties. Mm, etymology of condition. Mm, mm. Right. Because reprogram is my main term. Rewire is another one. Reframe is another one. Condition comes from the Latin conditio, sometimes written conditio, meaning agreement, stipulation, or terms. Is built from con, which is together with, and decer, to say, to declare, literally what is said together. The terms two parties name between them. What are we saying? We are re-saying. Re-saying. So. Mm-hmm. Did you want me to take it out? Yeah. Okay, so are you gonna let it go? Oh, sure. Okay. I actually just put oil on my hand, guys, so I may not. I put on my hand too. Okay. There. Word gratitude. Well, see, I could have spoken more positively on that. I feel full right now. Okay, you ready to go to sleep? Yeah. Brush your teeth, go to sleep? Yeah. Okay. I'm ready to go to SNOREVILLE and VILE. Wait, what you spelling? Spell it again. SNOREVILE. Snorbill? Wait. Two uh-huh. SNORESVILE. Snoresville. So Bill is usually spelled with two L's. I love it, God. I'm so funny. Truly. Me too. We are so funny, God. Just got the funny genes, bro. It's Papa funny too. We mad funny and we mad smart, both of us. So yeah, he was gonna get it either way. I'm a whole character and he a whole character. And his Papa a whole character. So all right, it meant your state of being, your whole lot in life, your circumstance. Okay. A condition isn't just a passive state you find yourself in. It's rooted in what has been declared between people, and between you and yourself. Your conditions were spoken into existence by agreement, right? We unconsciously say yes and decide something that then forms a belief by the terms other set, right? So instead of taking the conditional statements, well, other people say the conditions and parameters and terms are, you choose your own. Yes. That's why changing your conditions isn't just circumstantial, it's linguistics. You have to renegotiate the declaration. Oh, bars, bars. He knew that as he kept up. No, recondition. Where's the recondition? What are recondition at? Recondition his mind to the idea of wealth, which is what happened. The sequel to his prayer is very interesting. After praying in the above mentioned manner, he met a former employer of his on the street whom he had not seen for 20 years. The man offered him a very lucrative position and advanced him $500 on a temporary loan. Today, Mr. Broke is a vice president of the company for which he works. His recent remark to me was, "I shall never forget the wonders of, thank you, Father. It has worked wonders for me." Love it. Love it. Love it. Okay, next. The affirmation, the affirmative, the affirmative, the affirmative, the affirmative method. The effectiveness of an affirmation is determined largely by your understanding of the truth and the meaning back of the words. Mm. And you see, I love an etymology because what is this word really saying, though? Therefore, excuse me, in praying, use not vain repetition. Therefore, the power of your affirmation lies in the intelligent application of definite and specific positives. For example, a boy adds 3 and 3 and puts down 7 on the blackboard. The teacher affirms with mathematical certainty that 3 and 3 are 6. Therefore, the boy changes his figures accordingly. The teacher's statement did not make 3 and 3 equal 6 because the latter was already a mathematical truth, right? It wasn't the statement that made it true. It is true. The mathematical truth caused the boy to rearrange the figures on the blackboard. It is abnormal to be sick. It is normal to be healthy. I would reframe that, but we're not gonna go into that. And this is a part of my health website too, because like you don't need to run away from being or like fear being unwell because it's the body's way of fighting the germs. Right? When you get a fever, you should be happy that you or your child has a fever, happy that they're having mucus, happy that they're coughing because it's like, yes, their immune system's working, right? It's doing what it's supposed to do. You're not supposed to like run to suppress it. Okay, I just reloaded just because I wanted to click, let me distract myself. I can afford anything. I love it. Listen to these affirmations. Like that one. Right. And that's about to be another one. I'm gonna write this on this right here. I can afford anything. And the next one is you just received 200 from God just to exist. You just receive how much is it? 100 from the universe just to breathe. That's right. That's the type of time I'm on. I was just talking to my sister today about the programming that God is having, my son God, with money, because I already noticed some things, and I was like, not in my world. No, I'm gonna teach you because I've never given him money, but others have, and I'm seeing what's being associated, and not on my watch. Okay, I can afford anything. Period. Big smiley face. Yeah, I'm gonna put that everywhere. I have a tracker. Period. And this was a month. This was a month with finances, baby. Woo. Talk about tight and figuring it out. Mm-mm. But I can afford anything, so it's all right. And I just kept affirming, like it's already it's always works. It already worked out. I love it. It always works out. So it's gonna work out. That's all I know. Okay. Here we go. Health is the truth of your being. When you affirm health, harmony, and peace for yourself or another, and when you realize these are universal principles of your own being, you will rearrange the negative patterns of your subconscious mind based on your faith and the understanding of that which you affirm, right? So if you're affirming things and it don't make sense to you, it's not truly logical to you, it's not truly believable to you, then how is going to come to pass when you don't have any faith in it, right? The belief has to be backed by faith. And you're not going to have faith in something that you don't believe. Like the result of the affirmative process of prayer depends on your conforming to the principles of life, regardless of appearances. Consider for a moment that there is a principle of mathematics and none of error. There's a principle of truth, but none of dishonesty. There's a principle of intelligence, but none of ignorance. There's a principle of harmony and none of discord. There's a principle of health, but none of disease. And there's a principle of abundance and but none of poverty. The affirmative method was chosen by the author for use on his sister, who was to be operated on for the removal of gallstones in a hospital in England. I mean, they've really switched gears. I mean, no, no, no bridge. It's changed like this one. Yeah, I think they changed it too. Okay, it's all right though. The condition described, like when God was working on his stuff, and he was like, "Oh, I made a mistake. That's okay. I make mistakes. Dude, I made another mistake. That's okay. I make mistake. You know, like, but boom, it wasn't a frustration about the mistake. It wasn't being sad about the mistake, right? Because I conditioned into him about that because I saw how I was potentially conditioning it that mistakes are a problem. So I intentionally shifted gears because not my baby subconscious. Okay, the condition described was based on the diagnosis of hospital tests and the usual x-ray procedures. Mm. All right, my baby. He loved me when I sing him a sleep song. And you know I'm all about affirmations going into your mind before you go to drift off into the sleep world. I just make up songs. I just bring up, put my own tone on melody. He just wants me to sing softly to him. And I think most of the time, not all the time. He may fall asleep before I get there tonight. All right. She asked me to pray for her. We were separated geographically about 6,500 miles, but there is no time or space in the mind principle. Infinite mind or intelligence is present in its entirety at every point simultaneously. I withdrew all thought from the contemplation of symptoms and from the corporal personality altogether. I affirmed as follows: this prayer is for my sister, Catherine. She is relaxed and at peace, poised, balanced, serene, and calm. Gotta put another thing because again, I told you I'm gonna be praying for my sis, and I'm actually gonna put that on my June, on my June, on my June. Yeah, put this. I remember last time we got the put it here. Building up for these June habits, man. Gonna have those 10. I mean, it's we got about a week or so before before it comes. So, hey, where did I put it? Oh, I must have put it on the May. Yeah, I did. Mhm. Period. Excited? Mhm. Not even gonna tell her. Or maybe I should. Let me learn more. Shall we tell them or shall we not? I feel like not because I feel like but then I feel like it's because it's like you're gonna more believe in the power of somebody else believing that their words can help you heal, you know? Like that will activate the belief in you because I believe in it so much and you believe in me so much, you know? So I'm gonna let y'all know how I am because I already see her. I've been seeing her fully healed, but I haven't intentionally like prayed and put like energy on it. June coming for that ass. We outside. We outside. Like, okay, so the healing intelligence of her subconscious mind, which created her body, is now transforming every cell. First of all, I have to go on the library and renew this book. I just realized that, and I just realized I didn't get no calls from the library because they don't have my new number. That is so funny. Now they let you read. The New York Library done changed up, y'all. They let you They let you keep a book for a long time. For a long time. Oh wow, I didn't even know they were closed. It's from today until I get Monday. Um and they'll be closed on Thursday. What's happening Thursday? Everybody going to the business expo? Okay, here we go. Here we go. The healing intelligence of her subconscious mind, which created her body, is now transforming every cell, nerve, tissue, muscle, and bone of her being according to the perfect pattern of all organs lodged in her subconscious mind. Silently, quietly, all distorted thought patterns in her subconscious mind are removed and dissolved, and the vitality, wholeness, and beauty of the life principle are made manifest in every atom of her being. She is now open and receptive to the healing currents which are flowing through her like a river, restoring her to perfect health, harmony, and peace. All distortions and ugly images are now washed away by the infinite ocean of love and peace flowing through her. And it is so. Oh my goodness. That's bars. That's bars. And I could feel it from her and I could feel it from me. Oh my gosh. I affirm the above several times a day. And at the end of 2 weeks, my sister had an examination which showed a remarkable healing, and the x-ray proved negative. Now, I do what came to mind is like, it's easier to do for my sis. And then I thought about if it was my other sis, like my blood sis, how the thoughts, like the scariness of her, like not having her around or something like that, like the emotionality of that would attempt to seep through, you know? Because like I can make myself cry if I think about me dying and leaving my son, God. And I could think about, I could cry when I don't even actually do. I can't even frame the words. I was like, actually, I don't even think about that one. That one don't even come to my mind. But I think about him missing me when I leave. Like that makes me emotional. So, and I don't like think about it consistently, but it's come to my mind here and there, right? So I can imagine like doing that with my sis and those thoughts coming up. So that is something to be mindful of, like the resistance to foreseeing our loved ones in a whole healed, you know, perfect health and harmony. The resistance may come up, and it's on us to still just remain calm and remain centered and remain at peace and speak in a serene voice and a calm voice and just connect with source and just get back, like keep emotionally regulating and getting back. Okay, so to affirm is to state that it is so. And as you maintain this attitude of mind as true, regardless of all evidence to the contrary, you will receive an answer to your prayer. Your thought can only affirm, for even if you deny something, you are actually affirming the presence of what you deny. I've spoken about this before, but yeah, that's why you want to speak in the positives. Like even if you want to say something negative, you want to say it positively. Mm, like, so if I can't do that, I'm not seeing myself being able to do that because the universe doesn't recognize not. So you're still saying being able to do that, but you're saying what you want to say. So you're not lying full throttle to your subconscious, or your subconscious could combat you and say like, no, that's not. I just said I can't do it. What you mean you can? Like that. There's resistance that may come up. So you just say what you want to say, but you just say it. You just flip it, son. I need to put that in one of the books. I'm not sure if I wrote that. Let me write that down. Spitting affirmation. That's what came up. Spinning, flipping, say positive for negatives. I said I like it like this. All right. Repeating an affirmation, knowing what you are saying and why you are saying it, leads the mind to that state of consciousness where it accepts that which you state as true. Keep on affirming keep on affirming the truths of life until you get the subconscious reaction, which satisfies. I'll do my hair this week. Tomorrow, waking up, a bath, all of that. Am I gonna do my hair upon wake up? Don't know say, but it is ready. It is ready. And I saw a style from Star and I'm ready to do it. I'm gonna take my hair and put it in little pieces and do as long as they can get, because when you do your hair, it's still like pop back up. Okay. Last segment for the night. The argumentative method. Okay. This method is just what the word implies. It stems from the procedure of Dr. Phineas, like Phineas Parkhurst Quimby of Maine. Oh. Dr. Quimby, a pioneer in mental and spiritual healing, lived and practiced in Belfast, Maine, about 100 years ago. A book called The Quimby Manuscripts, published in 1921 by Thomas Y. Crowell Company, New York City, and edited by Horatio Dresser, is available in your library. This book gives newspaper accounts of this man's remarkable results in prayer treatment of the sick. Quimby duplicated many of the healing miracles recorded in the Bible. In brief, the argumentative method employed according to Quimby, consists of spiritual reasoning where you convince the patient and yourself that his sickness is due to his false belief, groundless fears, and negative patterns lodged in his subconscious mind. Sounds like me. You reason it out clearly in your mind and convince your patient that the disease or ailment is due only to a distorted, twisted pattern of thought, which has taken form in his body. I mean, I'm ready to help you heal. I'm not the healer. I'm just reflecting the healing that's already present within you. Because I believe this full throttle. So if I could go toe to toe with you, boy, I would love to. This wrong belief in some external power and external causes has now it externalized itself as sickness and can be changed by changing the thought patterns. You explain it to the sick person that the basis of all healing is a change of belief. You also point out that the subconscious mind created the body and all its organs. Therefore, it knows how to heal, can heal it, and is doing so now as you speak. You argue in the courtroom of your mind that the disease is a shadow of the mind based on a disease soaked, morbid thought imagery. I'll read this last sentence that goes on to the next page. I'll read this last segment because we're going to go to a new section tomorrow. You continue to build up all the evidence you can muster on behalf of the healing power within, which created all the organs in the first place, and which has a perfect pattern of every cell, nerve, and tissue within it. Then you render a verdict in the courthouse of your mind in favor of yourself or your patient. You liberate the sick one by faith and spiritual understanding. Your mental and spiritual evidence is overwhelming. There being but one mind, what you feel as true will be resurrected in the experience of the patient. This procedure is essentially the argumentative method used by Dr. Quimby of Maine from 1849 to 1869. Now it's so funny because my sis, who I'm thinking of, whom I'll be sending the healing energy, helping her heal a disease that I believe they call is unhealable. I'm about to go look. I'm not about to right now. No, I'm not. But I will look up how many people have healed from it. And What I was about to say. Oh, she sent me some cash. Remember, I told you this week, right? And then lo and behold, my sister sent me some cash. And I was like, okay, like I want to send you one of my books, you know? And then I thought of one to send her. But then I was like, you know what? How about you look and you let me know which one you're most guided to? And she was like, sis, like I'm interested in all of them. So just send the one you feel called to. And then after just reading that, I'm now sure of the one I'm gonna send her. Right? um, so yeah. And just so you know, just in case you have people too that you want to get this point across to, because it's about like argumenting, but not being argumentative. So that book is about bridging the understanding from ancient knowledge to religions to modern neuroscience and how we're all saying the same thing. So, like, if you're not understanding the subconscious mind, it's already been said in many different texts, many different ways. Like, we're all literally just we're saying the same thing, homie. Like, whatever that what's in that book is what we saying. The power is all on the subconscious mind. We all saying the same thing. It's all pointing to the same oneness. So I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm gonna send that to her. All right, y'all. Let's take a breath together on three, two, one. Inhale, tap the chest. And exhale, rub the chest. Inhale, tap the belly. Tickle, 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 tickle. Exhale, rub the belly. And tap the head. Remember that one? It feels extra easy to do right now. All right. Hasta mañana.